This video is over dividing or division using partial quotients and area models. Here are the TEKs that we're going to be covering, and this is going to be part one in this video series, and we're going to use manipulatives. So let's go ahead and do this, and let's do a dual page and full screen. Okay. So here's our problem. Four best friends worked last Saturday and earned a total of $528. If each girl earned the same amount of money, how much money did one girl earn? So I want to know how much money one girl earned. And so I've got four friends. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Four friends. And they earned a total of 528. I want to know how much did one girl earn. And you can see that right here. My problem is going to be 528 divided by 4. Okay, what I'm going to do here is on the left side, I'm going to show you using just numbers, and that's important because I'm going to want you to copy that down. But on the right side, I'm going to show you using the manipulatives, so that way you kind of understand where the numbers come from. All right, so the first thing I need to do is make my model, make my area model. It looks like this. This whole big thing right here is worth 528. I can divide that up into some hundreds, some tens, and some ones. And that's being divided by 4 right here. Okay. So let's start with our hundreds. I've got 5 hundreds. I want to divide them between 4 groups. So if I give each group 100, if I give each group 100, how many did I give away? I gave away 400 of them. Well, what if I gave each group 200? It goes 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. Ow, I can't do that though. So if I gave each group 200, that would be, I would have to have 800 units, 800 cubes in order to do that, and I don't have 800, I only have 500. So let's get rid of that, or circle that number right there, and we're going to write the 400 in here, okay? And how many did we take away? Or how many did we use? We used 400. Let's go ahead and take that away from here, and we're left with 128. Remember, that 400 was caused by 4 times 100. Okay? 4 times 100. So, now I've got this 100 hanging around here. I need to break it apart. And now I've got them as tens. Kind of separate them out a little bit for you. Right, so if I give each group 10 here. If I give each group, we'll use a different color. If I give each group 10, I will have used 40. I still have more to give. So what if I give each group 20? Okay, if I give each group 20, I use 80. And let's see, let's see if I have enough. If I give each group 30. Give each group 30. Look, there's 30 in each of those. 3 tens is worth 30, remember? If I give each group 30, I used 120. 120. Well, if I did 40, it'd be 160, but look, I don't have any more tens to give away, so I might as well just stop there. Okay, so I did give each group 30. Now it's worth 120. Okay. Remember that 120 is 4 times 30. Subtract it. I have 8. And look, I have 8 ones. So if I give each group 1 1. Okay. We'll use red. If I give each group 1 1, that's worth 4. Let's see if I do 2 ones. They're so small, it's hard to grab them. 2 ones, excuse me, that's worth 8. And I'm not even going to bother doing 3 ones because I don't have any ones left. So I did give each group 2 ones. That was worth 8. So if I give away 8, and remember that was 4 times 2, I get 0. I have nothing left. So how much is in each of these? If I look here, I've got 100 and 10, 20, 30, 132 in each of these. All right, so how much did each girl get? Each girl got $132. So looking back over here on this side, how do I figure out where my 132 is? Guess we'll use black. Look right here, 132. 100 plus 30 plus 2 equals 132. See? Same thing. Okay? Let's try one more. And this one I'm going to go a little bit faster. So you guys remember, you can always go back and rewatch this video if you need to. Robert was picking berries to bring to his mother, his grandmother, and his aunt, so 3 people. He picked 437 berries and separated them equally into 3 pails for 3 people. How many berries did Robert give to each person? So here's our 3 pails, and there's 437. I want to know how much each person. So the berries divided by 3 pails equals how many berries for each 1 pail. Let me draw my area model. Remember, this whole model is worth 437. And we're going to divide it into hundreds, tens, and ones. And we are dividing by 3. Okay, let's go over this side. We have our 3 pails. We have 437 already set up. If each group gets 100, how many did I give away? I gave away 300. Okay, and I can't do 200. That would be too many. So I'm going to stop there. So you look at the manipulatives, you'll see that we don't have enough to do 200 for each. So here's our 300, which is 3 times 100. And I know I wrote it backwards the other way. It's fine, doesn't matter which way you write it. I get 137. And that's what I have here. I take my hundreds, and I am going to ungroup them, separate those out a little bit so you can see that they're ungrouped. Give each group a 10. 10 there. Oh, I skipped a step. Sorry. I gave them a 10, and that was worth 30. Gave them 20, that's worth 60. Okay, if I give them all 30, how much is that worth? 30 times 3 would be 90. And, oh, yep, it looks like I have enough. Give them all 40. Give them all 40, that's worth, let's see, 4 and 4, that's worth 120. And let's just go ahead and write it. If I gave them all 50, which obviously I can't because I only have 110 there, but if I gave them all 50, that would be worth 150. And oh, you know, I don't have 150, do I? Cross that out. Go ahead and keep our 40, and that's worth 120. So remember, I'm circling the first number and then writing the second number. So each group has 120. That's 3 times 40. Subtract that, and I get 17. If I look, that's what I have left. I'm going to go ahead and erase this circle that I made. Take my 10s. Take my 10. There we go. And we got to break those apart. Oh, those are flying. Okay, if I give each one 1, that's worth 3. I gave 3 away. If I give each one a second one. My goodness, these are so tiny, they're hard to grab a hold of. Each one a second one. That's worth 6. Each one a third one. And I know I'm kind of running out of time here. So I'm trying to go quickly. Each one a third one, that's worth 9. I've got plenty, let's keep going. Give each one 4. Let's go ahead and put you with your brothers over there. Give each one 4. That's worth 12. I have 17, so I have plenty more to go. If I give each one 5, if I give each one 5, that's 15. And if I gave each one 6, that would be 18, and I don't have 18 to give away. So I gave each one 5. That's worth 15. Subtract, I get a 2. Oh, remember that 15 is 3 times 5. I have 2 left. That 2 is going to go right here. Remainder 2. Okay, so this right here is our remainder. Now let's go back and look at our problem and see if that makes a difference. So if each person, so I take my 437 berries, and I divide them into the 3 pails. Each person gets, oh, I didn't do that, did I? Each person would get 100 plus 40 plus 5, so that's 145 berries. And there's 2 left over. Who gets those 2? Should I divide them? Nobody wants part of a berry. So I think Robert should just eat them. So our remainder doesn't actually make a difference in this one. Our answer is just going to be 145. In case you're curious, if I was to add 300 plus 120 plus 15, barely snuck it in there, what do you get? Go ahead and write that in on your whisk, and I'll know that you were paying attention all the way through. Again, if you have any questions or are having trouble with this, rewatch your video, and oh gosh, about 12 minutes, not too bad. Rewatch this video and write it down on your whip.